This is the value of wrestling, the revolutionary force in wrestling podcasting.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen, again. Another day in a row for another big time rants. Yes, you know who I am. And you know what I do. I'm Big Time. And I'm here on the Value Wrestling YouTube channel, bringing you another big time rants. Brought you one yesterday, late. Now I'm going to bring one early today. Bunch of breaking news coming out of the world of wrestling. Quick stuff. So let's see if we can hit this fast, quick, in a hurry. Matt Riddle. We'll start with Matt Riddle. Yay. Matt Riddle. Looks like he will be back on Raw starting 9/18. Riddle missed the 9/11 show with a reported medical issue and is not expected to be part of the Weekend Live event. On September 10th, we had Riddle accuse an officer at JFK Airport of sexual harassment on Instagram, which he later deleted. An internal investigation was launched. WWE still has not said anything publicly. Riddle has been teaming with Drew McIntyre. McIntyre is scheduled to face Jey Uso on September 18th episode. So right now, out of Fightful, what looks like Matt Riddle is slated to return on the 18th, so next Monday. Monday. Let's see. Ringside News. Breaking all the reports. Ringside and Fightful. It looks like Jade Cargill will be taking on Chris Statlander on Rampage this Friday. It is scheduled for the TBS Championship. Very interesting, because if we jump over the Ringside News, it says Jade Cargill expected to join WWE despite AEW return. Jade Cargill has established herself as a dominant force in the promotion, showcasing impressive in-ring skills and commanding presence. Excuse me. She was gone for a lengthy period of time after Double or Nothing this year, while she returned just recently. AEW appears Cargill is expected to join WWE soon. She returned on AEW Collision last week, and she would again get her shot at the TBS Women's Champion on Rampage. According to Sean Ross Sapp, Jade Cargill will be finishing up with AEW and will be WWE bound in the future. The wide rumor within the roster for both WWE and AEW is that Cargill is headed to WWE. So very interesting. It looks like Jade Cargill will be finishing up her contract. Missed maybe her last match with AEW at this time, but it looks like she is not going to rejoin AEW, but headed to WWE. Very interesting. A lot of people are saying this is going to be a big get for WWE, and that's all dependent on how WWE uses her. Unfortunately, AEW did a great job building her up into a great heel. Went on a long undefeated streak with the TBS Championship, dropped it to Chris Statlander, then disappeared for a while, came back for one little pop-in, and now getting her first match, but the follow-through, so I don't know if this is necessarily a huge get for WWE. I don't know if it's a needle mover, a game changer, or somebody like a Cody Rhodes jumping over, or some other names that might, if they were to jump over one way or the other. Like if Edge shows up in AEW, that's going to be a huge game changer in the landscape of professional wrestling. Jade Cargill going to WWE, pretty sure she's going to start out in NXT. We'll see what she does there. And we'll see if WWE can book her right and what her future is going forward. It's definitely going to be up the air. It's definitely going to be interesting. But Jade Cargill looks like she's going to WWE. I don't know if it's going to be the best. I don't know if it's going to be the greatest thing for WWE. It's all going to be something we're going to have to see in time, see how it plays out, see how it feels. Again, it's WWE's booking. Is creative going to be able to make Jade Cargill look as good as she can? We know she has some great talent. At AEW, they made her look good. They built her strong, but she kind of fizzled. And so now it's kind of like the jump. If she had came back earlier and had been doing some stuff and still looked dominant and was a big jump and had been a major star at this time in AEW, then maybe things would feel a little different. Right now, I just kind of feel it's like, okay, we had Wardlow built up strong. They dropped the ball, and Wardlow, where's Wardlow been? We don't even know. We don't even know when Wardlow's going to return. So, again, Jade Cargill. God, I can't talk. Jade Cargill is definitely a good get for WWE. It just depends on how they use her in the future and how they let it fall out. It'll be interesting. But Sean Ross Sapp is reporting that Jade Cargill is believed to be finishing up with AEW. Sources within the company tell Fightful Select. Sources within AEW and WWE both believe she's headed to WWE. So we shall see how this story plays out, how it all comes together. It could be a big get for WWE. It may be nothing. We just have to see how they use her and what way they use her. Can they come up with a creative story? Can they make her dominant? She could definitely be a threat. Definitely has the talent to go after some big names. But it's just, how is she going to be booked? How is she going to be portrayed on TV? Will she be able to do it? She's done good in AEW, but we will have to see how that story continues to play out. Anyway, a whole other lot of other stuff coming out of wrestling. A lot of talk still about the TKO, the WWE UFC merger. Lots of things coming out of there. There's been back and forth stories that they want every WWE fan to become a UFC fan, every UFC fan to become a WWE fan. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's what they're aiming for. I don't think that's what they need to do. Andrade El Idolo, this guest is coming back from his torn pec, getting back in the ring. Be interesting to see how he plays out. Hopefully, we get to see something great coming from Andrade El Idolo. We got Samoa Joe winning the tournament last night on AEW Dynamite. So now we have Samoa Joe and MJF going to fight for the title. So that's going to be a great, great match to see coming forward. And we'll definitely break down that match in more detail on the weekly roundup on Saturday night. So definitely be ready to be tuned into that. But yeah, the big news coming out, a lot of chatter. Jade Cargill, what is she going to do? Where is she going? How is it going to play out? It'll definitely be interesting. Elias, news coming about Elias. Elias no longer under WWE professional contract. Somebody understood this wrong. Not a professional contract means he cannot participate, but he is still with the E. Okay, so it looks like Elias may still be with the WWE. He just can't participate. In June, Elias is... Ringside News exclusively reported in June that Elias is not being discussed. This applies to Ezekiel as well. Things have been silent since then, and there's no word on Elias at this point. Nothing has changed since June. If anything, it's gotten quieter, if that's possible. So, it looks like he may still be with the company. Just right now, he's not under a contractor or performer contract. So, still maybe with the E, still out there. Will we see Elias come back? Hopefully we don't see Ezekiel come back, because I really don't need Ezekiel back for anything. He didn't do much for me. But we'll definitely see how things go forward. So at this point, not a whole lot going on. We know that at the Grand Slam, the Dynamite Grand Slam, MJF will take on Samoa Joe for the AEW World Championship. We'll see how that goes. Also included, we will see Sting and Darby Allin versus Cage and Luchasaurus. It also looks like Jon Moxley will defend the International Champion against Rey Fenix. So lots of great matches. Collision looks to be hot as Bryan Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli take on Ricky Starks and Big Bill. Rampage, Kurt Statlander versus Jade Cargill. We see Wrestle Dream booked its second match, Swerve Strickland versus Hangman Adam Page. So lots of stuff coming up, lots of stuff to wait and see. We know Jade Cargill looks like she's going to be leaving AEW. Will this be her last match in AEW? Will we see her wrap up? Could she be a surprise entrance at the Royal Rumble? It looks like her contract is expiring. Usually with contract expirations, there's not a clause, a non-compete clause. You're free as an independent contractor to move on to what's next. So we're just going to have to wait and see how it plays out. What is next? And if we see Jade Cargill in WWE, what will her name be? Because WWE want to come up with a different name, something unique for her. So we will have to wait and see what's going on. Anyways, as it's been, I'm the Big Time. This is the Big Time Rants in the studio, getting this set up, making it look good. I thank you for joining us. Make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe, share. If you have any comments, drop them down below. But we thank you for joining us. We will see you next time, and we are out.
This is the value of wrestling, the revolutionary force in wrestling podcasting.